Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of How To Minecraft. And oh man, let me just tell you guys something. There is no better feeling in the world than there should be a torch there. Why isn't that a torch there? It's a little bit dark. You know, I actually need to fix. Hold on. I need to fix this. I'm going to fix that right now. But yeah, like I was saying, it's like what, 10 seconds into a video and I've already gone off tangent. Let me tell you, there is no better feeling than winding down after a long day. And today was one of those... Is that look good? Today was one of those very, very, very long days for me. Yesterday, I came home after... Well, let me just say, yesterday was my recovery after pulling an all-nighter. And my reasoning for pulling an all-nighter was I had to... Yeah, I had no reasoning for pulling an all-nighter. So I slept for like 12 hours yesterday, went to school... had a lot of tests I had to take and then come home and... Or no, I had to go out and get a new phone since my old phone could not hold a charge for longer than 30 minutes because I effed up the battery so badly. Case in point, let me tell you something. This is coming from me, a person who, you know, typically listens to what other people say in terms of don't do this and don't do that, but I already messed it up on my own. Do not use your phone for a long time while it's charging, or you're gonna mess some shit up. That's just basically how it works with any of those potatoes. I myself am in a long-distance relationship with Kara, or Princess Lee, those of you that know her. So the majority of you should. And if you don't, she's my lovely girlfriend who wrote that sign over there because she played on my computer. Bernera Week's happening soon, by the way. She's coming down here. But I fall asleep in FaceTime calls while my phone's charging, and let me tell you, there is no worse thing for my phone than doing that. Am I going to stop anytime soon? No, but... basically, I had an iPhone 5 before, and I have an iPhone 6 now, and let me just say, oh man, it feels so nice to have a phone that's just gonna be so nice to me. So that was my day, and it just feels so good that I'm able to come home and make content for you guys. And that sounds cheesy, but no, honestly, like, it's so weird crafting myself. Oh my lord. We actually have just a little bit more to make slime blocks, and you guys will know why soon. It just feels so nice to be able to come home after a long day, slip out of my clothes, ooh, spicy, get into some looser ones, and then, you know, just spend some time talking to you guys and uploading videos and stuff and making you guys all happy. I don't know, it's been a long day for me. I gotta turn that down. It's been a long day, and it feels really good to be able to come back, and, you know, everything is good. And, by the way, I did actually want to share something, because I'm not going to hide the fact that, well, you know, episode 100 did happen. I actually showed off a little something secret in episode 100 that was kind of, I guess, an Easter egg for those longtime viewers. Why is this even a thing? Oh, well, I guess that's when I used to use it. Okay. But I kind of showed a little bit of an Easter egg for longtime viewers. Ever since episode long time ago, I revealed that I made a vault for certain situations. Now, it has been a long time in the process, and if I was to have a raid or something, that I would probably make an entirely different vault since I don't use this place anymore. All of which should be a good reason why I keep it here. But for those who saw episode 100, my vault was revealed, and I just want to show you guys exactly how it works. So down here, and this is something that I've had longer than... It's been... made, I think around episode 30 was when I actually created this, or it might have been sooner than that, but I kept it completely off camera, and for those that have kind of been following a series for a long time, people were like, whoa, this vault, even though I didn't get a lot of response on it. The vault actually works where we have the spider grinder up here, which used to be the old spider grinder, so, you know, spiders would spawn in here, because I have a double one over there, and I don't even use this much anymore because I have the pig farm. I would open up the door, obviously, and I'd let them come up, and then I would close it. And I press this button here, and this would suffocate them in snow. I actually find that a pretty cool little thing, that it does that because it's the glass that the snow gets put on there. And then I would punch them once, and then they would die. I actually hooked this up, so when you press this button, it opens piston doors down here, and then you run through, and then it closes once the time is supposed to go through. That was a really cool thing that I did off camera completely. And this was the rest of it. I don't actually have this to demonstrate with, but it's a passcode lock, basically. And the old passcode was crystal. I obviously changed that since the video. And it would open that door, and you'd press this to, you know, override it and open the door or close the door whenever you wanted to. And from down here, after a little bit of my own, you know, kind of, I guess. I got fun with how I wanted to decorate this, and I put obsidian because mob can't spawn on there, especially in like one block through. So there's no problem. You'd drop down here, and you'd go in here, and my Skype's going off. I'm going to shut that up right now. My bad. Okay, we're done. And then this would be the vault. Typically, it would be turned off like this. You know, it'd be pitch dark, and you would turn it on. And this is all there really is, and all there really has been for a long time. What's in that chest is secret. And I kind of did the floor, so it's very low. It's at Y5. And I did the floor. This is a really fun project that I worked on just kind of off camera, which kind of shows my investment into the series, that I worked on a whole project of mine off camera that was never seen. I didn't intend for this to be shown in episode 100 back in like episode 20. So, you know, I did this off camera. I don't know, it's really fun. And of course mobs won't spawn down here. I don't believe, or else there obviously would have been some. Then again, well, no, you can't spawn on there either. And then you would climb up through the ladder here, which the ladder makes it look a little tacky. And then you would walk along this floorway, which is a little bit above. This is the coolest thing too. You press the button, you land right back at the entrance point of where you came in from. It's right underneath there. So I thought that was a cool little thing. So yeah, that's my vault. Don't know if I'm going to be making much use out of it. Whether or not I'm just going to be changing the passcode. Because the thing about this kind of vault is, unless someone somehow got a piece of paper of mine and said the passcode on it, which I've kept 26 of them up in the chest that nobody really ever looked at because there's no point because nobody ever knew it was down here, there's really no way to get in. It's a passcode guarded thing, and unless someone can actually, you know, because how it works is there's stackings underneath there with like 63. It's an item sorter basically. And since you can't stack paper that's renamed to different things on top of each other, if you toss in a wrong passcode, it'll just stay here. But if you toss in the exact renamed paper into here, it'll flow through and activate the door. So really, there's actually no physical way for anybody to be able to get into this vault unless they were to dig into it, which is illegal. Because you can't break other people's territory. If in the sense if we ever did go into a giant war phase. And these guys are just going to start spawning a ton here, aren't you? I don't need you. I got 243 levels. It's enough. They're all backed up here, aren't they? Yep, they are definitely all backed up. So yeah, that was just a cool little thing I wanted to say. But the actual episode of today is going to be something a little bit different. I don't know if I'm going to make this a two-parter. In fact, I probably am, because I'm recording this when I got home, and I'm going to have to do a bit off camera. We're actually down here for... Oh, no, I didn't mean to hit shift. God damn... Oh. Suck my... bow shot. I don't know, man. The reason of why I'm down here is actually going to correlate with today's episode, which I think because I'm going to be getting this out within a couple hours and I don't really have time to actually do the whole thing yet, I'm going to have to do a bit off camera in preparation for it. We're going to be pranking someone. We're going to be pranking someone. It's going to make use out of this little thing down here that I don't know how many actually know that I have. Because it has been quite a while since I've even journeyed here. In fact, it was episode 50 the last time I even came here. Is this little guy. Yay! Slime balls and stuff. Stacks and stacks of slime balls and for slime blocks and shiz. We're going to be using these on a prank on someone. Now, what exactly the prank is going to be and who it is going to be on is going to remain anonymous until I confirm what episode it is I'm going to be doing the prank on. And by the way, no, I am not filling... Oh, whoops. I thought I was placing that in my inventory for a second. And no, I am not going to be filling anyone's house with slime blocks again. Trust me, that was a one-time thing with Lachlan and Vic. I'm not reusing the same prank on someone. That would just be boring and uncreative. Well, it was a damn good prank. Probably one of the... I think it was the best prank on the server. Rob's, of course, was legendary, but people could classify that as griefing. Say what you might. I have my own personal opinions, and I am being modest, but that was a... Slime blocks over the entire lagoon? That was a damn good prank. And it was funny, too. It would have been bad if it was, like... I don't know, you know, something like obsidian over the whole thing. That would be griefing. Or, you know, like, I don't know, just destroying their house. But I made their giant world into a trampoline. How freaking awesome is that? I wish Lachlan never had computer issues with it, which was actually proven to not be the slime blocks and something else, I think. But they did remove it, and I think that was the only reason. I would have loved to have seen it stay permanent. They have a giant freaking trampoline for a house, man. I need to do that for my own place. I need to... One thing I want to do in the far future is I want to get enough slime blocks from AFKing at my place to completely... and by the way, the reason that block said is because I saw a slime spawn here, so I think it's another slime chunk that I might make use out of one day. Like a dual slime spawner or something. Make that cool. But, yeah, I want to, like, remove all the grass in my area and remove it with, and put slime blocks there. I don't know. That would probably be something that I'll never do. But, I think that would be hilarious. Just my entire world be a giant slime thing. And I actually did want to create a giant parkour on the server, too, made out of slime blocks. So, maybe one day. Maybe one day. But, we're doing a bit of prank preparation, which I think is going to be a little bit divided. One of the materials that we are going to need to use for the prank is indeed slime blocks. The only issue is, and I actually want to, because right now, we've got about, I would say, what is that, 130. We have 130 slime blocks that we can use and 4 slime balls. Obviously, we have a lot less than what we used to have. We used to have about 3,000 slime blocks, but those were kind of taken from us. Not necessarily taken, as in I used them for a prank, and when they stripped the prank, they kept it. Now, it was a gift, yes. The slime blocks were a gift, but I think what, because I'm actually going to go to the Salty Lagoon real quick and check and see how many they have, because the story of what happened was they had to do a cleanup, obviously. You know, punching 3,000 blocks takes a little bit of time, even if it's slime blocks and they break instantly, like TNT, for example. It takes a little bit of time. Now, the way I heard of what happened is Vic and Lachlan both did it along with the assistance of Rob. Vic took some of the slime blocks, Lachlan took some of the slime blocks, and I think Rob took like half of them. I think Rob actually took like half of the slime blocks from the place, which was, it was a little bit cheeky, but I guess I can't really say anything about it because if you give a gift to someone, you can do whatever you want with it. I mean, you know, if I was to say I met you, and I gave you a box of cookies or something like that, and, you know, you said, oh, that's great, Brandon, you know, it's so nice to meet you, or some other bullcrap like that, you know, oh, it's great, it's horrible to meet you, I'll take these anyway. You know, like, you take the box of cookies, and then you realize to yourself, or you knew all along, I don't really like these cookies, you know, they're not my favorite type of cookie. So you can give them away to someone else, you know, like, re-gift the gift. It's a little bit, it's kind of cheeky and kind of a butthole-ish thing to do in a sense. Did we actually, oh, you know what, I was, oh, that's next episode, Vic and I did a little thing off camera, that you guys will be able to see, tomorrow, that he's posting it. That was when the schedule is. What exactly is supposed to be in here? No idea, man. Does that go lower? Wait. I'm confused. I think you're supposed to AFK in there. Whoa. Oh. I guess Vic's got a little stuff up his sleeve. Cause that didn't used to be like that. It used to be charged creepers and stuff in there. It doesn't look like it got blown up. I think he just took them away. So, yeah, keep an eye on Vic's point of view on his series, so he's probably going to be doing something. I'm going to be looking out for that. But, I actually brought a horse here to work on something with Vic real quick. Why is he not there? Keyword. Hashtag revive Bob. But, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's kind of a cheeky thing to do, really. Hey, it's Topper and Hopper in here. I don't know why I didn't notice that when I went to the stable. But, give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Had a slight disruption with the folks. All is good. There's just a little bit of misunderstanding. I didn't announce that I was recording, even though I would assume that they can hear my voice. It's all good. Hello, Johnny. I actually don't really know a story with you. I don't know if you... I would assume that maybe you just came through the teleporter. I don't know. Zubat's Cage V2. It's been a little while since I've been here. Lachlan's got his little... I wonder what the dispenser is. Is there a little switch down here or something? No, it looks like this goes lower than where the dispenser is. Yeah. Wonder what that dispenses. Maybe, like... I was gonna say squids, and then I'm like, how would he get squid egg? Interesting. Don't really know what that is. I just want to actually check through here and see how much slime block they still have and whether or not they made a use of it. So he has, let's see, 1 stack of slime blocks, stack and a half, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 6.5 stacks of slime block. Yeah. Oh, fish. Why are those all separated? That makes no sense. Oh, I think Vic came. Yeah, when Vic was doing his prank. Is that an enchanted book? Oh, for Nom. What does this say? Feed me emeralds. I don't understand the inside joke. So I'm not going to laugh and pretend I do. So he has 6.5 stacks of it. Now, if I remember correctly, there were 54 stacks in total. 54 stacks in total. Now, Vic, I don't know exactly what chest he would have it in. Okay, so he's got, let's see, so 6.5. He's got a stack and a half. Got 2 stacks, a little bit more than 2 stacks. Oh, okay. Now, yeah, now we found the big culprit. Okay. So, it looks like Vic has the majority with, what is that? 5, 11, 13, about 18 stacks, 20 stacks? So he's got about 20. So I think Rob actually, and I'm going down to check on his place now, because I am just curious, and I guess I'm just doing a little bit of a tour of myself, because it's been a while since I've seen any of their homes. Well, actually, not too long, but it's been a little while since I've toured their homes, especially Rob's, because the Salty Lagoon's a bit more easier to access. Rob's place, on the other hand, is a bit more far off, or one might say, far out, than the Salty Lagoon. So we're actually going to take a quick look down there. This horse isn't necessarily the fastest one, and he definitely likes to suffocate me a lot. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. My God, actually. Oh, Jesus. Oh my gosh, stop. I feel like that roof gets, like, lower and lower every single time I come out. Do we still have... We don't have, no, I was going to say, if we had a minecart in our inventory, we'd win. Is that chicken? Oh, there is a chicken now. What are you doing? Oh, there was a chicken. Chest down. Why is there a chest here? Why is anything here? This whole area doesn't make sense. And then there's a little gateway to rock. I like the gateway, though. This is definitely a really good idea. Whenever that was implemented, which I think it was very, very early on in the season, it's really cool. I like it. So by the looks of it, it looks like Rob has, I would assume, around 30, which would make, well, actually, no, I'm going to say around 26 is what Rob has, too. So we'll leave the horse down here. We don't really want it to, you know, walk into the lava field, which is probably Rob's just craziest. And I like how he actually has, like, all my diamonds that I paid for sponges from him in diamonds, and I put them up on the wall like that, and he's kept it like that. I don't know what he's doing in these rooms, whether or not he was actually going to do anything here. This needs more light, my friend. I know the whole Pat crew is currently in California right now, which is pretty freaking awesome. I might go to see them one of these days. But, yeah, so a little bit, it's going to be a little bit quiet on the server for the most part for a little while. Yeah, freaking, what did he take? What is that? Like, what is that? 16 stacks? So Rob has 16 stacks. Now, what interests me, you have 3 slime blocks there. And then a bunch of other stuff. Oh man, he's got slime balls in here. I know when I see my face. Now, here's the thing. I need slime blocks for the prank. What I think I'm going to do, just for conservation of time, what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, and I'm going to take a tab. So right now, took a screenshot of what I'm looking at. I'm going to take some slime blocks back temporarily. Now, I know you guys are freaking out. Hey, you gave those as a gift. They're allowed to take them. Yes, and here's how it's going to work. I'm going to, because they're all away right now for a few days, and they've got a lot of traveling to do. I guarantee you they're not going to know slime blocks being gone, because what do you even use these for anyway? You know, other than just like, you know, mischievous things. So here's how I'm doing it. I'm keeping a track of what everyone has right now, because, you know, it's a gift, so I own a little bit of rights to them still, even though the majority goes to Vic and Lachlan, I would suppose, or Rob, whether or not they gave him any trust with it, which I would assume. Gonna keep a tab, and I'm going to use as many slime blocks as I need for the prank right now. Over the time that they are gone, overnight, over every night, I'm going to be AFKing at my slime grinder to get more slime blocks back. And then by the time they're back, or by the time that I have enough, I'm going to redistribute any of them. So basically, I'm taking a sort of a lent, and then we'll be reimbursing them, probably even more so than what they had before. So it's kind of just like a little cheeky thing, I suppose. I don't think I'm going to need many, but, you know, I've stressed this enough, and I think the majority of people that watch me have kind of, you know, like, they notice the same thing. I never have malicious intent on this server. I never want to steal from anyone. We have no food. I'm going to have to go back and get some steak ASAP. Yeah, what on earth happened to our food? I never have malicious intent for anything on the server, or anyone. So when I'm doing this, it's not an act of stealing. What are you doing back there? Hops the second. How good of a horse are you? You're, okay, you can hop. That is... You know, I wasn't expecting anything different, to be truthful with you. I was like, I'm gonna jump and get suffocated right now. But I don't have any malicious intent for anyone on the server. I am purely doing this, and I'm going to give back everything. Now, it'd be different. Look at that. I'm lighting up their place. It would be different if I never returned them. If I took the... You know, if I took the prank and obviously never gave it back to them, then that would sort of be, okay, you're kind of being scumbagish in a little bit of a way, but, you know, all's good. Right now, I have no malicious intent. I'm going to give it back to them, because the prank I'm doing isn't too big of one, but it will require, you know, it's going to require slime, it's going to require red wool, a bit of that, which we have a ton of, and then I actually need to go back and re-dye my sheep, which, once I need to be careful about my horse. It's actually terrible. I came out here and brought Topper and came back with Hopper, and then I'll have to go back and get Topper again on a separate account, and it's okay, because Topper likes, he likes the rain, so we don't have to worry about covering him up or anything. We're all good. And then actually, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna take a bit from Vic too, because it wouldn't be fair if I just took everything from, from, Rob, even though it was never necessarily given to him. But again, you can re-gift anything if you want. It's not up to my accord. And we might take a stack from Lachlan as well, just to kind of be even with it. And then I'll redistribute all of it to everyone. And all will be fine. And you know what's funny? I actually forgot that I'm not wearing my Depth Strider boots. So it's actually really strange that I wasn't blazing through the water there. Alright, which chest did he have it in? I think it was definitely on this side for sure. Okay, yeah. So let's take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We don't need the 1 rail. 8. We don't need the torch. 9. Okay. So, well, I took 9. Hold on. 9 stacks. There we go. So I took a good amount, but I will definitely bring those back to him. And Lachlan, I have enough inventory space anyway, so we don't really need to repay him. But I will repay Vic and Rob as soon as I do get the chance. I wonder if this is going to be a lightning storm or a thunderstorm. I like calling them lightning storms. I don't know why. Thunderstorms I know is the correct term, but lightning storms... Well, actually, lightning storms are a thing, but it's not the popular term of what you would call it. It's actually really nice that we got the whole rail system working again, too. You guys will see that in the next episode, which, by the hints I gave off in this one, should be kind of obvious as to what we did. But if not, you can see it tomorrow, and it's a pretty cool one. Vic and I, we have some very banterous times. We're pretty good friends. So, yeah, F you, Spider. Try hitting me again. Thorns you right in the ass. We have some banterous times, and last one was definitely a pretty funny one. So, I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. You know, it's not like fall off your seat, get, you know, like twists in your side funny or anything, but let's be honest, all of my videos are, so I think you've gotten used to it by now. But yeah, it's a good one, so I definitely recommend you check it out. So I think this is just going to be a little supply gathering one, and we'll actually do the prank in the next episode, or, well, next episode is the ours, so Thursday. So 2 episodes from now, the next one that I do solo should be the prank, and then I also do have a little bit of work to do on the arena, but that's going to require me to do some off-camera building on my private multiplayer world that I have it on. Again, not a copy of HTM's world. Nobody has that. Nobody has a seed. Nobody knows a seed. And, yeah, I'm going to have to do a little bit of designing on there. So anyway, first step's complete. We have a lot of slime blocks, and they still, you know, despite the fact that I took a crap ton from both of them, they still got more than they're going to know what to do with. Let's be honest. That last prank was, what, 2 months ago, when they still haven't even touched the amount of slime blocks that they had? They probably just looked at it and been like, ooh, look at how many slime blocks they have. I know Lachlan did that a little bit ago. So that is, let me actually see real quick. Do a little bit of math. Grab the calculator. It's not calcu, it's calculator. Let's see, what is that? 64 times 1, 6... 15, and 21. What is that? 1,344 slime blocks. Okay. And the next thing that we need to do, actually, is we need to go and grab some shears real quick. And we need to go ahead and shear our fish. Did I say fish? I'm thinking about our next task already. We need to go ahead and shear our sheep. And then we have to turn... Is there a skeleton shooting at me? I swear I thought I heard a bow shot go off. Maybe that was just me falling on the ground. We need to shear all these guys. Because we're going to be dyeing them into black sheep. Now that we've got some work to do. In fact, actually, how much... I think we're going to need more black dye than what I've definitely got back home. So, and I don't think I have any, whatchamacallits, ink sacs. So I don't think I'll be able to just dye these guys easily. So what I'm going to have to do is, sadly enough, I don't have my feather falling, or my... Actually, you know what? Hold on. Real quickly, first thing I want to do is I want to slaughter some of these cows. Slaughter them. I want to slaughter the cows. We can just slaughter, no, enough for 37 steak. That's a good amount. Put the leather back away in this chest. Maybe I'll do something with it one day. I'm going to go ahead and grab my depth strider boots, even though they have not been repaired yet, and I don't think they can be. Pretty sure that was their last hurrah. Actually, no. I can't remember if it's their last hurrah or not. Is there still... Can we... Hold on. Okay, close this. Can those be repaired? In fact, where are they, actually? I think they're... No, they're in my primary chests over here. And they're in... What is this? Is it this one, right? Yeah, 12 durability, so 13 hits, maybe even less with some mobs, and these guys are gone. Can you be repaired? I bet you can. Yeah, it's too expensive. So why am I not just wearing these and waiting until they break? Okay, so we're going to go in the lake. Do you like tampering with my stuff? Do you like tampering with my stuff, Hopper? I keep you. I feed you. And this is how you return the favor. Get off the pressure plate. No, don't squint at me. Off the pressure plate. Yes. No, moving around is not off the There you go. Horses, you can't live with them. And you can't live with them. So, we need to go ahead and grab, we have our looting 3-sword on us. I'm actually going to have to do some re-enchants one of these days, which means I also need to AFK at the, whatchamacallit, the zombie pigman farm, not finder, zombie pigman finder. We need to locate them! Zombie pigman farm and get some experience. However, I guess that will be after I reimburse the slime blocks, which I guess I can do tonight, considering I won't have done the prank till probably late tomorrow, because I don't want the person to know until I'm able to post a video. But, yeah, so I'm going to have to AFK there as well. A lot of AFKing, and the sad part is you can't actually speed up any AFK process, so it's like, yeah, you got to AFK, and that's just about the gist of it. And I think, actually, I could have slept and gotten rid of this rain and stuff, because I believe... I would just assume that Choco's in the nether, because he's always on. More than not, he's in the nether grinding for levels. I don't think he has any grinders above the surface. He does have, like, an iron farm, I believe. And he's got, I don't know if he has any other farms that necessarily need AFKing. But I could have slept. I don't think there's a bed here. So that's a little bit unfortunate. And it doesn't look like there's any... This is one of the nicest things about living in this area, is because we have this giant open area for squid to spawn. The only problem is not many squid are spawning. What gives, man? Maybe for the fact, you know what, I think well, a lot of factors actually play into this. Number one, I did kind of butcher half of the freaking ocean with grass. For those that don't know, I put 15,000 grass blocks down and covered this whole area, which is why it looks like it is. This whole entire thing, until the back of my place, used to be a giant ocean, or a giant lake, and it still is to an extent, but I made it into a giant platform. So we have 25 of these, and I think, if I'm correct, we have more than 25 sheep, so we need to be out here for a little bit longer. Are there any squid over here? Yes, of course there are. Hopefully this will get me about 40, because I'm also going to wheat those, or breed the sheep together to get more. Because I need some more sheep, because I'm going to be doing a lot of... I want to start doing pixel art as well on here, which I know isn't the most interesting thing. I won't make, like, you know, like a mini-series in this series about pixel art or anything like that, because I don't know how well that would go. I'm not the best at pixel art, I'm not the best at art, period. But I would like to do a little bit of pixel art around the place and make everything look nice. But let me go ahead and see here. Are there any more squid around this area? No, this is a bit too shallow. I think 37 is all we're going to get away with. I might have just a few more on my plate. Nope. Ah, beautiful. They all spawned. Excellent. Alright, so I think we can grab these guys and then go ahead and go back to the sheep, and then we'll be okay. We gotta make the treacherous pathway back through our lands. I am going to be doing something with this area as well very soon, which I've said a lot, but I needed to make, what was it? I needed to actually finish the arena first, at least what I have done for the arena, and then work on this, which will be done soon. So I'm excited about that, but I definitely need, it's going to be a long process, which is fine, you know. I like, or I should say, you guys definitely do enjoy when I do longer projects in ACM, and the way that I say that is you guys thoroughly enjoyed me building the arena for the most part. It's still got some improvement to do, so we're not done with it, but face-wise, we're pretty much complete, and you guys loved that, and you guys have even loved, like, before when I've done, like, my chest room, which I think was 4 parts, which is kind of funny. You were all stoked on, like, the third, like, where's the 4th part of the chest room and stuff? I don't know, it's cool. But it's kind of nice that you guys like longer projects in a series. So what I think we're going to do is we have enough red wool to be done. We kind of went through every process that we needed. So we're going to go and dye up all of these guys. And the only issue is, again, that we had this with the blue and white and gray sheep, is we can't dye these guys until they grow, or until they eat. So we're going to have red traders in here for a little while, like this right here. Shun the non-believer. And we're going to have to shear them, or dye them, and then shear them for a little bit of ways to come, but I'll have to do some AFKing since we're definitely not going to be able to get enough black wool for the whole prank. At least I don't think so, because it is going to take a lot of it, that's for sure. And the other thing that I wanted to do real quick was, if I have any wheat left, which I think I do, I don't even think I need to go through and harvest the crops. I think I have enough wheat in my food chest, if I recall correctly. Was over yonder right here. Ah! Topper is showing me the way of, or no, sorry, Hopper. Oh god, I feel like a horrible parent. I'm getting my kids' names confused, man. I'm getting my pets' names confused. That's the scary part. They ain't my kids. No human birthed a horse. Unless that's like an old urban legend or something, in which case, yeah, maybe a human did birth a human horse. Or human... Jeez, they call that a minotaur. Nobody's gonna give birth to a minotaur. Unless someone in Greek folktales actually did, then congrats for you, I suppose. So yeah, we have to actually breed all of you. Come here, make all the lovin's, sweet, sweet lovin's. I don't know how many of you there you are, but you all should get a share. Otherwise, if we have an odd number, there's gonna be that one little loner. And all these sheep are gonna be red. Oh, it's actually cool! Some of the sheep are, some of the sheep's babies are red and the other sheep's babies are black. Oh, it's actually funny. Oh man, I hope there's more black than red. That ain't racist, but now it's racist because I said it's racist. Alright, yes, some red sheep over there. You're gonna have to dye you. Can I dye? Oh, you can dye the babies in the meantime. Alright, sweet, so we can actually dye all of you. Yes, none shall be red. Red is the minority. Oh, there's one little... I'm just gonna put you out of your misery, man. Nobody deserves to live that kind of life. Yeah, so I think after this we get the shearings done. We can't shear you yet, but we can definitely shear your fathers and mothers. Yeah, so I guess we just gotta wait for these guys to kind of grow. And I mean, apart from that, I think around here we're done, I would say, with the first part. Second part is actually taking care of the prank itself and building it and all that shit, so that'll be fun. I'll find a good time to do that within the next 2 days. So we can consider this chest right here our prank chest. So we have the red... Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. So we have all the things that we need for this. We have the black wool in here, we have the red wool, and now I think actually we do have... No, we... You think this is some kind of a game, Hopper? I let you into my... You know what? You're going back in your stable. You're going back in your stable. I let you around. I let you do all the things you need to do, but you decided to make a muckus of the house and just... time out for you, mister. Time out with you. You know what? I'll do something with you off camera. Oh, God. No, I didn't mean... I'm just gonna stop talking. I think I'm actually gonna end the episode before this gets any worse. So yeah, I'd like to thank you all for watching this episode of HTM. We have basically everything. In fact, actually, I think I have more black wool in the casino. Because I remember I had some black and blue wool in there from when I first put down the carpeting long ago. We have the black and blue wool in the chest, so I think I still have a good amount of black wool in here. Let me just check real quick. Oh yeah, actually, oh whoa. Yeah, I think I still need a little bit more than that. Not certain though. Not certain, but I think I will definitely need more than that. Yeah, anyways, that's gonna do it for this episode of HTM. The next one labeled probably, or titled pretty much around the same exact thing, will be the continuation of the prank where it actually goes down and takes place. So I'll be doing some some AFK work here and there. And yeah, so we can put the black wool in there. We got the red. Yeah, I'll be doing some AFK work to compensate for the slime blocks that we're taking back, as well as compensate for some sheep that we need to be shearing. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and hope you're pretty stoked. It's not gonna be, it'll be fun. I'll see you guys around, and take care. Ciao!